Dai.
VinitalyTour.com presents.
We're back with Vinitaly in Hong Kong. We are with Giovanni Foffani, Vinitaly Foffani. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We want to ask you, Italian wine in Hong Kong and in China in general, have accumulated a sort of a delay and it's like going quite slowly?
That's true. I have the experience of having been at this fair for 3 years, this year, last year and the year before. And 2 years ago, Italy was practically absent. Now it's lots of Italians here, so we Italian producers have learned that this is a very important market very quickly, and that's the good part of it, because in many we came, and the bad part of it because perhaps in too many and without organization we did.
We see your white Merlot here. Which are the wines that you produce, like best sweets consumed in China?
Well, being from Friuli region, that is a region that is vocated to white wines and also has the image of white wines, even if we make excellent reds as well, of course. Yet we have to promote our characteristics, and I think that there is an educational effort that we have to make, and that has not been made, and that's in general answering to the question before. That is also giving the chance to this market to appreciate the white wines and not only the red wines. And there it comes. I come back to the first question, where normally the Italian wine has developed into the world after the restaurants, after the Italian cuisine. And this is probably not the model here. You have to make an effort, spending money and time from the producers and from the institutions to teach how the wines can fit the local cuisine, because we didn't even know that people don't drink wine eating.
So this would be a point. And so, having said that, distributors become crucial, because if you don't have a channel of food and wine, and so you don't have a supermarkets, you have to have a good distributor, a good importer. So you have an importer here.
I had an importer here that we started operation just a few weeks ago. It's called Montrose, and he sells to the final consumer via internet and to restaurants as well, etc. I'm sure that we're going to be successful in this, and I give the necessary help, but I cannot say much about it as we just started operations. Of course, he only imports, interesting for you, he only imports white wines from me.
This is a tendency.
This is, you know.
So there's many producers, like also there, that don't have an importer here in Hong Kong. So what's your suggestion to find a good importer here?
That's a good question. I don't, it's not easy, not necessarily coming to the fair at this point in time, because the market is flooded with suppliers and with wine, so you are in a crowd. I think there is a big difference 2 years ago and now. Today I think one has to think of a more articulated strategy, perhaps with the fair itself or by himself, that coming to a fair like this to find an importer. It was a good idea 2 years ago, and in fact I got the importer through the fair from the first year, the second year, and then I got it mid of this year from the fair. But now I would see it very difficult to do the same thing today. So a big fair like this is an opportunity, but also it reduces the possibility for... Not really. It's something that one has to manage, and it's difficult for a small producer, and in Italy we are small producers, to have a visibility in a big fair. This is more for the global market and for the big producer, and it is coming more and more like this throughout the world, on not only on wine business, but on all the businesses that. That's the problem and the beauty of Italy. We are all small entrepreneurs, and we are having problems in getting global. We have to cooperate more to work better with institutions and whatever, and it's getting more and more difficult.
So, in this kind of reason that you said, Vinitaly World Tour and Vinitaly in the world will be the solution, or is only a promotional thing in your opinion?
Well, Vinitaly in the world, I don't know if it's by itself like this. If it's a platform then the participants can bring values, and then it's a good idea, because it keeps reasonable costs and makes a common basis. But it can only be a platform. I'm afraid that. On mature markets, people think this is the final solution, but it has to be a platform to work on that and do something, and give some value added on it.
You've been here 2 years ago when Vinitaly here was very low, and you're being now with Vinitaly is a partner of the fair. So, what's the big difference? No?
It is good for Vinitaly. Vinitaly has certainly made a big business, and not necessarily it's good for a small producer like me. I was much happier 2 years ago, because the opportunities were much bigger. Now, actually, Vinitaly has grown a lot, and it has been very successful, but. Also, Vinitaly should find ways not to be only successful by itself, but to bring success to the participants. Having got this small importer, and if the thing will be working, I will probably not attend Vinitaly next year, because I will go in and work with the importer, and that's the music that has to be played.
Okay. We appreciate the sincerity.
No, but that's that's the business. If you have an importer that works for you, then there is not. I will rather go with the booth. Maybe I can go with the booth of the importer rather than making money. That's a possibility. Sharing the costs with the other producers and doing the thing that way. Absolutely. It makes no sense to come here to find whom. The other thing that I was surprised actually on this first day, maybe the future will be different the next 2 days. I didn't find many participants from other countries, which I expected. It was one of my objectives to come here. I said, well, I have an importer, so I will work on the last day with the public, and that will be fine. And meanwhile, I will be seeing if I can meet someone from mainland China, from Indonesia, from here and there. And this time, I didn't see those people. Last year, they were here.
You saw mostly people from Hong Kong?
Yeah. Maybe a chance, maybe the first day, maybe whatever. But that is something that...
Compared to last year,
yeah, absolutely. And if I have to think in terms of Vinitaly, that would be, for a fair like this, with this dimension, that would be a value, and a very important value added, why one should again come back, like myself, in the future. So it's not only a place where you do business, in a place where you already make business, but it's the center of the Eastern markets where everybody comes and you get a lot of opportunities.
That is our aim through this fair, to
but
bridge to the Asia bit. So
the first day, that is not the feedback. Maybe my position was, you don't really have to look at the numbers, but that definitely is one of the things that, in my view, has to be done.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.